What's up, girl? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, girl, my name is Kelly Sharece, and today we are getting into a girl chat. I'm going to be addressing some things that need to be addressed, okay? Normally I wouldn't address these things because I normally just let things roll off my back, but girl, no, we are addressing it today, okay? Because I've been hearing things and I don't like it. You know, it ain't so much of what I'm seeing, it's what I'm actually hearing and what people feel like they can say to me, okay? But first, before I even get into it, y'all, I just want to say a quick little prayer and just ask the good Lord to just speak through me, because it's never my intention to step on anyone's toes. Although y'all be stepping on my toes and don't be caring about y'all stepping on my toes, I don't like to fight fire with fire, okay? So I let that man upstairs fight these battles, girl. So Jesus, Lord, just speak through me. Let me say what you want me to say, and I just pray that it come across authentic. So let's get into it. So girl, if you're new here, your girl is having another baby. Okay, we are expecting, child. We are expecting, and people like to project on moms that are expecting but are not married yet, right? So people like to say little slick comments. They like to, well, why you ain't married yet? Or when you go get your tubes tied? You know, just saying little things like that, and I don't like it. Like, I do not like it. I instantly want the conversation to end right then and there, because why can't you just tell me congratulations, that it's a blessing, and boom, move on. Don't say to me, well, when you gonna get married, or how many kids you gonna have? Because ask yourself this question: what does me having kids do to you? None of this can happen if God didn't allow it to happen. Like, let me get biblical on you right quick. So before we even conceived this child, God knew last year this baby, okay? He knew last year that we were going to conceive this child. He knew 10 years ago that we were going to conceive this child. He knew at the beginning that we were going to conceive this. So like, if you have an issue with me having a baby, take that up with Jesus. Take that up with God, honey, because I don't have, listen, take it up with God. Because he know this child name. He know the time and date this child gonna be born. He know how much this baby gonna weigh. Like, girl, he know it all, okay? He know it all. And I know people love to like, it's a defense mechanism to bring God in it. Like, well, if it wasn't supposed to happen, God wouldn't allow it to happen. You know, like I said, it's a defense mechanism. But I truly, like, if you know me in real life, you know, baby, you know my walk, and you know my relationship with God. You know I have no problem giving God the glory, because I'm nothing without him, okay? I'm nothing. Like, I can't do nothing without him. Now, if you got superpowers and strength on your own, girl, that's you. But me, I know, I like, all my strength comes from him, okay? So with that being said, like, I truly live by, if this wasn't supposed to happen, it wouldn't have. God is the author of my life. He is the author. He writes my story, and each day that he wakes me up means that he's continue writing it, okay? So there's nothing you can say that's gonna make me feel bad about a gift that God has blessed us with. Like, if I don't receive another gift from nobody else in this world, as long as God keeps gifting me, baby, I'm going to accept it. I'm going to receive it. I'm going to just take it, because what better gift than a gift from God? Like, so I think women has been, not even just women, but men too. Like, I think this world has been conditioned to think kids are a hindrance. And that's not the case. Like, kids are a blessing. Kids are a gift from God himself. So when you hear a mom is pregnant and she's like on her second or third or fourth child and she's not married, y'all automatically have all these things to say. And my thing is, why do you care so much? Do you have to take care of that child? Do you have to wake, like when that child be screaming at 3 o'clock in the morning, Do you feel like you got to come over and help get this baby to sleep? I'm serious. I'm genuinely asking, like, because that's what it feels like by you saying, well, when you gonna stop? Why are you worried about when I'm gonna stop? Why are you worried about when I'm going to get my tubes tied? I don't understand why that concerns you so much that you feel like you just have to say it. And y'all, I'm not saying directly to like you babes, but just in general, like this is things that people literally say to me, like, congratulations, but is this your last one? Well, I know this the last one. I know it's time to stop now. Like, what are you saying? And why are you saying that? If I decide, listen, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. If I decide to pop out 50 more, and if God allows 50 more to happen, I'm gonna pop out 50 more. You know why? Because because I'm with someone that I know is gonna take care of these kids and take care of me. Like, I know that. Like, he is an awesome father. It's not like I'm just popping them out by somebody that ain't hitting on nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not hitting on a thing. I know some girls that do have about 5 or 6 kids, by 5 or 6, you know, dads, and none of them hitting on nothing. She's depending on, you know, other people to help raise her kids. That's not my case. That's not my case. I'm so in tune with my kids. I've accepted my responsibility a long time ago. You would never hear me say or someone say Kelly drop her kids off on her parents every weekend. Kelly do this, Kelly do that, drop her kids off so she could go run the streets. I don't do that. Like, I take care of my kids, and as long as my kids are taken care of, why does it matter how many I have? Right? Why does that concern you how many I have? It shouldn't. It just simply shouldn't. It shouldn't concern you how many any woman have, because you don't know her story. You don't know if she's been trying for the longest, can finally have some, so she's want to pop them out. You don't know she want to go ahead and get, you know, her childbearing years over with. You don't know. People just be saying things and they don't know what the situation is. I just think that we should just stop asking women that don't have kids yet when are they going to have them, and I think we should stop asking women that do have kids when are you going to stop, because it's rude. It's rude. Like yesterday, my good girlfriend, she has no kids yet. I wouldn't dare say, girl, when are you gonna have kids? I asked her, do she want them? That's like that's another, you could ask that, like, do you want kids, girl? And if it's up to her to explain if she do or if she don't. If she do, okay, girl, so when you want them? How many do you want? You know, how many do you want? Like, you don't have to just come out and say, girl, when you gonna start? Because you don't know if she can conceive. You don't know if she can have them. A lot of women can't have kids. They don't want to tell you they can't, but you asking them, well, when you gonna have them? It's a trigger. It's a trigger. And then you telling a woman that does have them, when you gonna stop? It's a trigger. It shouldn't worry or bother you either way. Like, either way, it shouldn't bother you. It's none of your business. It's none of your business. And people love to project. I had someone to say to me, they congratulated me, you know, for having a baby, but this is what they said. Did I see it right? Are you pregnant? I said, yes, we're expecting. Well, congratulations. Although it wasn't conceived right, it's still a blessing from God. What you mean, although it wasn't conceived right? What you mean, although it wasn't conceived right? I'm confused. I thought it was only one way to conceive. I thought it was only one act that you can do to conceive a child. So what you mean it wasn't conceived right? I don't get that. Now, I know what she was trying to insinuate, that because, you know, we're not married, then it wasn't conceived right. But like I said, if God didn't allow it, if he didn't want it to happen, if that was the story he wrote for me, then it would have happened that way. But that's just not how my story unfolds. Like, that's not how it's unfolding. And I'm okay. Like, I think y'all want me to be so upset that I'm on my 4th baby with you know, without me being married. that it makes y'all uncomfortable that I'm not upset. Like, I'm not upset about it. I'm not upset. Now, if I was living in the projects, had all these kids running around outside, heavy pamper, pissy, you know, if I was just in that type of situation, had a baby daddy that ain't claiming the child, saying that they want a blood test for the child, like if I was in that situation, maybe y'all could say, well, Kelly, when you gonna stop having these kids by these men that just don't give a about you, that just ain't taking care of these kids, or just ain't, you know, every time you get pregnant, they wonder if, like, if I was in that situation. But that's not my story. That's not my situation. Like, that's just not. And I don't know if, like I said, if that makes you uncomfortable, but that's not my issue. If that makes you uncomfortable, you need to dig deep into within yourself, girl. Like, you need to dig deep within yourself. If what I do with my body makes you uncomfortable. And you know what else worries me? That y'all always put the pressure on the mom. Y'all don't ever go to the dad and say, well, when you gonna stop having kids, or when you gonna get a vasectomy? It's always, well, mom, when you gonna get your tubes tied? Why is that? Why is that? First of all, it takes two to tango. So just as much as I'm having kids, he's creating them too. Like, so why you don't tell him to clip to get it fixed? You know, I just don't understand. I don't understand. Now I am full aware that marriage is a beautiful thing. Like, I want to be married, okay? But you cannot push or pressure someone into marriage when it's such a serious union. Like, you just cannot, you cannot do that. If I was guaranteed that everything will be fixed once we get married, baby, let's do it today. Let's do it today. It's no guarantee. Like, I don't understand why y'all be saying, well, when you gonna get married? If I get married right now, what's gonna change? My last name, because the kids still gonna be here. It ain't like the kids gonna be erased. I don't know. I don't know why y'all say that. Granted, it looks good on paper. It do, you know. And like I said, marriages are beautiful, but don't shame the ones that are not married yet, because not everyone gets married before they have kids. Not everyone does it. Now, some do. I know some women or some girls that say, you know, I ain't popping out a baby for a man until he marry me. Great. That's good. I have said that. Trust me, I have said that too. We all want that, you know, because we've been conditioned to believe that once you get into a marriage, then everything is just gonna be perfect. Everything is gonna just lay out smoothly. Everything is gonna be settled. You are not gonna have not one problem in this world. But that's not the case. That's not the case at all. My thing is, if you're gonna tell me congratulations, just say congrats, I'm happy for you, or congrats, it's a blessing, and just be done with the situation. Like, be done with the comment. If you gotta say something negative, just don't even say congratulations. Just don't even say congratulations to me, because I don't want to hear the negativity. Like, especially at this point, like, feelings are so tender, you know, feelings are so tender. I don't want to hear the negative thoughts that you have or feel towards me being pregnant again. Like, I could see if, like I said earlier, I could see if I didn't take care of my kids, but I know I'm so in tune with my responsibilities as a mother that, prime example, I stay beside my parents, right? Stay right beside my parents, but I still don't take my kids there and just like, mama, I just need, like, can you just keep them for the month? Or mama, can you just keep them for this week? Because I don't do that. I accept my responsibility. My mom can even tell you, she'd be like, well, Kelly, sometimes if you want to bring Jameson down here, get you a break or something, bring him. Because she even know, like, that's just not what I do. So long as my kids are being taken care of, why should it matter how many I pop out? Another thing that I heard a lot was, why you hiding it? Why you ain't telling nobody? And I think that by me not announcing it to the world right away, or me not specifically telling you, you know, you thought that I was trying to hide my pregnancy. Baby, I wasn't hiding it. First of all, you can't hide a pregnancy. Like, I don't care what you try to do. You just, unless you're gonna stay in the house for the full 9 months, baby, that's on you. You're gonna be miserable, okay? Stay in the house for the full 9 months just to hide your pregnancy, just to, no, I'm not doing that. I wasn't hiding it. It just wasn't your place to know, and it wasn't my place to tell you. That's just what it is. That's just as simple as that. This is just how as simple as I could put it. It just wasn't your place to know. You know, I don't know why people feel so invested in knowing your business. Like, y'all gotta just stop expecting so much out of people, especially if you don't know them, especially if you don't talk to this person all the time, if you're not close with this person. Like, you can't expect people to just tell you their, you know what I'm saying, most intimate moments. Like, you just can't expect that. But girl, I wasn't hiding it. I wasn't hiding it. And I think people also feel like when you don't tell, you're embarrassed or you're ashamed about it. Girl, what am I ashamed for? What am I ashamed of? I know who my child's father is. Okay, there's nothing, like, there was nothing to be ashamed of. I know this baby is going to be loved. Like, I have a village, baby. I have a village behind me that helps me no matter what, helps us no matter what. Like, so there was nothing to be ashamed of. I just didn't feel like it was my time to announce it to the world. The ones that needed to know knew, and that's just that. That is just that. And I'm not saying I'm anybody. Like, I'm not trying to sit here and say like y'all care so much about, you know, me being pregnant or me announcing it, but I just want to address the ones that I heard, you know, say that, or, you know, just, well, what's the big secret? Who said it's a secret? Just because you didn't know, you feel like it was a secret? I'm sorry, but it's probably because I don't talk to you every day. It's probably because I don't see you every day. So people are weird, and it's like they try to project. They just try to project. They try to project their feelings onto you, and I've just never been that type of person to spread my business anyway, girl. I've just never been. It's so crazy. It's so ironic that, you know, I am a YouTuber or a vlogger because I open up so much to y'all, but it's certain aspects of my life, y'all, that I do like to keep private, that I do like to keep intimate, because once you start telling everything about yourself, people feel like they can have an opinion on your life, or people feel like they do know you enough to say things. And girl, no, you're not about to come on my platform and talk your like, you're not about to do that. And before anybody ever feel like they could do that, I'm gonna shut it down and let you know, like, this ain't even that, girl. This ain't even what we about to do. So now, granted, like, no one has said any negative comments on none of my videos. Like I said, this isn't anything that I've read. This is things that I have heard. These are things that people have said to me, and when they say it, girl, I just instantly end the conversation, like, or just laugh it off, because I already see how you think. Like, it just, like, I really be looking at how people think, and it really turns me off. Like, you really think like this? You really think like this? So, girl, I be keeping my conversation short, especially when you want to start speaking about me and my family. I keep the conversation short. because I don't know what went on with you or what your situation was, but you can't expect everybody's situation to be like your situation. It's just not how it works. It's not how life works. God writes everybody's story differently. No one's story is the same. That's just what it is. It can be similar, but it's not the exact same, girl. It's not. So I just want to say, girl, before, you know, if you are expecting a child, congratulations. It's a blessing from God. Don't let anybody make you feel less than, because it's a blessing from God. And as long as God keeps blessing you, baby, can't nobody say nothing to you. And that's probably what it is. Like, they jealous because God is blessing you right in front of their face. They probably low-key want kids and you know, can't have them right away, or their partner don't want. Like, you just never know. And people just always have something to say about moms that have kids but the mom isn't married. As long as, I feel like, as long as those kids are taken care of. I know y'all hear all the time, like, you know, as long as my kids look good when we step out, I don't care how I look. No, I care about how I look. That's the thing. I'm one of those moms, baby, that when you see me step out with my kids, we all gonna be looking good. It ain't just gonna be just my kids. It ain't gonna be just my kids. We all gonna be looking good. And not, you know, let me say, it may be a little situation or two if you catch me at home where I may be looking rough. But when I step out, we all gonna be looking good. I make sure everything is taken care of. So I make sure all things are taken care of. So that shouldn't concern you. That shouldn't bother you. It should just make you say, like, well, dang, at least she, you know, at least she on her ish. Like, at least she, you know, taking care of them, and they ain't wanting for nothing. They ain't going hungry. Like, when they go to school, they ain't going to school smelling like, you know, smelling stanky, or, you know, just anything, like going to school dirty. Girl, no, my kids would never. They would never step out like that. Never. God forbid, they would never step out. Long as I can help it, baby, they would never step out like that. Be concerned if there ever come a time where I start to fall off and you see my kids slacking and lacking and going without. Be concerned then. But girl, till then, don't worry about what I got going on. Everything is cool. Everything is good, okay? So that's that on that. Alright, so let's switch gears a little bit, girl. Let's switch gears a little bit. I was supposed to been done this Q&A, y'all, way back in September. I had put a poll on, not a poll, but a question box on Instagram and said, you know, y'all tell me what's up. Y'all ask me questions, yada yada yada. Girl, I ain't never get around to it. Y'all gave me some good topics to talk about, so I just want to answer a few. I'm tickled because one of the questions were, do you want more children? Ta-da! Girl, do I want more children? So that's your answer. Oh, I like this question. So, living together, what's the best and hard parts about living with your significant other? So I briefly touched on this, I think, in my last girl chat video. The hard part. We're gonna knock the hard part out the way. The hard part about it is when you're so used to living a certain way, right? You're used to running things in your household a certain way. You're used to doing things in your household a certain way. And then you have this person that's coming to, you know, y'all coming together to live under one roof. And that person is used to living a certain way and used to running things a certain way. And now y'all are clashing because y'all are figuring out that y'all don't do things the same. You know, things are different. That could be hard because that can create an argument. So I'm just gonna give you an example. and it be the small things, but the small things be adding up. So washing dishes. So growing up, I was raised when we wash dishes to wash the dishes by hand, might I add, okay? Wash off or wipe off the countertops, wipe off the stove, wipe off the tables, sweep the floor, right? Those were like the 4 or 5 essentials to cleaning up a kitchen, especially after dinner, right? So that's how I do things around here. Like, I do all of that. On the other hand, Marcus, he may wash the dishes only. Like, just wash the dishes, put the put the dish rag, whatever, back on the sink, and that's it. No stove, no countertop, no sweeping, no table, and that's it. So I'll be looking like, now Marcus, now you see them crumbs on this stove. Now you see these crumbs on this floor. You see this grease splatter on this stove, and you ain't wipe it down. You know, so it be things like, little things like that can cause or create like a little argument between you and your partner. And it's like, whereas you used to doing it by yourself, now somebody coming along and doing it totally different, you just be looking like, child. But you know, those are like the little small things. Another hard part could be when you're learning, like as you're learning your person, you may learn that your person is not a good communicator. And anybody that has dealt with a person that doesn't communicate well, know that if you are the communicator of the relationship, and when you are trying to communicate with your partner, they gonna feel like it's an argument. Like, they're gonna feel like you're trying to argue with them. So that causes an argument because they already feel like you're arguing, and it don't even be the case. You're just trying to communicate. That is one thing that we had to learn about each other. Like, I'm a big communicator. I am so big on communicating my feelings, how I feel. If you do something and I don't like it, I'm going to communicate about it. If you do something and I love it, I'm going to communicate about it too. Like, I'm going to tell you, you know, like, I'm just a big communicator. Whereas Marcus, he's quiet. He's if if I feel like I'm pulling teeth, and he may get frustrated if he feel like I'm trying to argue. But it don't be that. It's just, you know, you just want to communicate and lay everything out on the table. So that could be hard too, like bumping heads. When you bump heads, like, that could be hard. And when you do argue, you know, you can't just kick your person out. So that could be kind of frustrating if y'all are at odds and you just don't want to see this person right now, but they everywhere around in the house. That could be frustrating, girl. But the good, I will say, the good parts about living with your partner, your spouse, your significant other, is you have a provider. You have someone that brings structure to the household. Because before it was Marcus, before Marcus came along, when I was living in my old apartment, girl, I could tell the kids, I could tell the boys, y'all go take a bath, or, you know, get y'all clothes out at night. Child, I probably had to tell them like 2 or 3 times. But now all Marcus gotta do is say it one time, and baby, they up, and they getting things done. All he gotta do is just say it one time, and it's a wrap. And I love that. Like, I have structure in my household. Like, he comes in, y'all, and he's stern, but he's also like, he lets them know, like, I'm dad, and y'all can always talk to me, or y'all can always depend on me, and I got it. And it's just something about seeing that. So that's if you have kids. Another good thing about living with your partner can be, you know, if they come home for work, you have somebody to come home to. They have somebody to come home to that could, like, unwind. You could tell each other about y'all's day. Y'all could connect that way. You could cook together. It's just things like y'all do together when you are living with a person, versus if you're, you know, by yourself, you're, you know, maybe lonely at night. Because, honey, let me tell you something, we be pillow talking. And people be thinking, like, when you say pillow talking, it means like gossiping about, you know, your girlfriend's business. It don't be none of that with us. Like, we pillow talk about our business, okay? About what we got going on, like what we got to do this month, what bills due. Or I be like, hey, why you love me? Like, what made you like fall in love with me? You know, it be stuff like that, girl. And those are like the happy moments, the good moments, when you are sharing that bond, when you are sharing that experience with a person. And y'all, let me just say this. A lot of people think that once you live, like you and your partner live together, y'all gonna be having sex every night. You're gonna be getting into the bed every night. Girl, that is not even the case. Let me tell you something. That's not the case at all. I don't want nobody to feel like, you know, once you get into, or once you start living with your partner. Now granted, it may, you know, in the beginning, it may start out that way. You know, you may hit up a little laundry room, the washer, the dryer, the bathroom, the shower, the tub, you know what I'm saying, the couch. You know, you may hit those little places up in the beginning because it's fun, it's new, it's, you know what I'm saying, like it's exciting. You finally living with your partner, like you might do those things at the beginning, but as time goes on, girl, you gonna figure out soon that y'all got bigger fish to fry, baby. And having sex every night just sometimes don't be in the equation. It just do not be in the equation. Sometimes you have to make time for it, girl. Especially if you had kids, okay? You gotta make time for it. I get it. You know, you may want to break in the house and all that kind of stuff. But baby, listen, it's been times where, don't even look at me. I don't even want to see it tonight. I don't even want to see it. I don't want it. Don't even look at me, because I don't want it. Don't look at me, okay? And those be the nights where the cuddling suffice, like the cuddling works. Those be those types of nights. So I live for those type of nights too, those type of moments, like where we can just cuddle and be intimate, watch a movie, light a candle without the sex, you know. Though, so you just, it's a learning process when you are living with your partner. I could say, like, I wouldn't suggest you living with somebody that is sucking the life out of you, like that don't believe in partnership, that when I say partnership, like don't believe in you doing all the work, like you pulling the load. Like if you go grocery shopping and you come home with the bags, but they don't come outside to bring the bags in the house. Like think like little things like that, girl. Little things like that. Like I don't like that. Like I need a partner that's gonna be willing to help around the house, willing to we making each other's load lighter, if that makes sense. So somebody said sex toys. What you wanna know about a sex toy, girl? What you wanna know about a sex toy? What you wanna know about a sex toy? Child, hit me in my DM. Hit me in my DM and let me know what you wanna know about a sex toy. Somebody said how to handle relationship with different religious backgrounds. I'm not gonna get too much or too deep into this one, girl, but all I'm gonna say is I know that I wouldn't be able to date someone with a different religious background, because I like to debate. I like to debate, girl. So now you try to tell me, and sometimes debate, it could be a lie. Take a lie out of me to debate. But now you telling me that now I got to debate with my partner every day about his religious views. I don't know if I want to do that. Like I don't know if I want to do that, or if I can do that. Like if it worked for you, let me know that in the comments. Like if you are dating someone that has a different religious view or background than you, girl, let me know, because I am truly interested. I always have wondered how that work. Does God send you on like an assignment to convert this person over to, I don't know, to your Christianity? I don't know how that works, child. But I know that I couldn't date anybody that has a different religious like background than me. Cause then I start thinking about being equally yoked and all. Girl, yeah. So let me know though. Let me know if you can. I want to know your views on it. Like if you can date somebody with a different background, let me know, girl. Let me know. Y'all, these questions are these questions are so overdue, so long overdue. Somebody asked me, am I doing Vlogtober? What's on my Christmas list? Girl, I told you I was supposed to have been done these. I was supposed to have been done this video, honey. But nonetheless, girl, nonetheless, Somebody said, what's your least favorite part about being a YouTuber? Two things. So one, when you're trying to build, you know, your audience organically, it's going to take longer for you to grow. That's just what it is. It's going to take longer for you to grow. It's going to take longer for you to prove yourself. It's not like, you know, you went viral and then all of a sudden you have all these people, because they're not really there for you. They're just there for the viral moment. So knowing that you have to grow your channel organically, if you want an organic following, like if you want a audience that is authentic, that is true, that is really there for you, then yeah, it's gonna take longer for you to grow. And that could be, that's like my least favorite part, because everybody wants overnight success. Let's just be honest, but that's not the case with YouTube. It literally takes a while to grow. And shout out to my babes, because we are growing over here. Okay, girl, we are growing. Shout out to y'all. We are almost at 2K, 2,000 supporters, y'all. I cannot thank y'all enough. I know I don't say it all the time, but I truly do appreciate you. Second part about being a YouTuber is, like I said earlier, y'all, I'm private, right? Like, I'm a private person, but on the flip side, when you do YouTube, you open up so much of yourself. Like, you open up things about yourself, and it allows people to comment on it. It allows people to have an opinion on it. And that's just with social media, period. Like, not even just with YouTube, like Instagram, or especially Twitter, Snap. Like, people just have an opinion on anything that you do, anything that you put out there or post. People can speak on it. And you know, with me being a vlogger, girl, y'all see the inside of my house, inside and out. Y'all see, you know, how I live. Y'all get a sense of how I live. So I just hate that I have to feel like I gotta have everything in tip-top shape, because I don't want somebody to comment like, oh, she living nasty, or who her background. Like, because even though I don't, but it be some days, y'all, where I don't clean up my kitchen, or I don't wipe down my countertop. There might be a crumb or two on my countertop. But me knowing that I'm on camera and it's a possibility that the world can see it, I'm just always subconscious about that, girl. And I am an overthinker as it is. I'm already an overthinker. So just putting my life on display is like, and having folks or allowing people to comment is like my least favorite part, because I don't want to say like I care about people's opinions, but like when I read them, let me pause right there, because y'all know I had one viral video that was my labor and delivery video. I have had people to comment on that video and say like, I thought you said you didn't have no epidural, or basically calling me a liar, because I don't know why they even thought I had epidural in the first place, but basically calling me a liar, saying that I really did have an epidural, and just saying some off the wall stuff like, I hate when moms rush their baby. So it's things like that that pisses me off. I'm sorry, that makes me like uncomfortable with opening up, because I don't know any other way to be that authentic. I don't know how to be fake. I just don't. I don't know how to be fake. So if me being real going to make you uncomfortable or upset you or make you feel like you can have an opinion on what I got going on, girl, then that would be my least favorite part, because I can't fake it for you. I just can't do it. I just cannot. I can't do it. All I know is to be real, you know. So that's just that, girl. We're gonna leave it there. Somebody said one-sided friendships, and then another person said real friendships. So we're gonna kind of like group the two. This might be my last one, y'all, even though I had like a lot, because I feel like this video is already kind of long. This is gonna be my last one. So one-sided friendships and real friendships. Me and Tia was just talking the other day, and y'all know right now, if you don't know, my truck is down right now, right? So Tia came to me the other day. She brought me food. She brought Jameson. She dropped his gift off. And I was just telling her, like, sis, I so appreciate you, everything you do. Like, I appreciate you for just staying true to our friendship, because I don't believe in one-sided friendships. And I feel like in that moment, you know, she came way down here to bring me food, and I just want to be able to return the favor. So I said I brought up my truck, because like I said, I don't have transportation right now to do the same for her. But I just want to let her know, like, sis, this isn't one-sided. Like, when I get my truck back on the road, or, you know, buy me a new car, girl, I'm going to be able to return that favor. And she was like, sis, you don't have to do that. But no, it's just what I want to do, because I feel like a friendship is like a relationship without the intimacy, you know? So yeah, I do not I don't agree with one-sided friendships. If you're the type of friend that you make your friend do everything, and you expect your friend to be the one to do all the calling, do all the texting, if y'all don't talk, you won't talk if this person didn't call you all the time, or didn't text you, or didn't try to come see you, or like, I don't need that type of friendship in my life. I don't. So, and speaking on the real friendships, I feel like real friendships are able to withstand anything. You are able to go through anything and come out on top, come out clean. Then when I say go through anything, I ain't saying like you able to sleep with my man and I'm able to, and I forget, girl, no, that's a wrap, that's a dub, like, no. I ain't saying that, like, I ain't talking about them type, because them type, no, that's you dealing with a snake, sweetheart. I ain't talking about those type of friendships like we able to bounce back because you done had a baby by my, no. But I'm talking about the type of friendships where, like, y'all may not have had the best communications, you know, communications. Y'all may not have had the best communication. Your friend may have done something to, like, hurt you, or wasn't there for one of your birthday parties, and, you know, something like that, but y'all didn't want to talk about it in that moment because y'all know how, like, both of y'all tempers can flare. And, like, so you didn't want to talk about it, so you let months go by and y'all ain't talk, like, and then when y'all finally do talk, y'all can come to a resolution. I feel like those types of friendships can get through anything. And me and Tia is weird. I always talk about Tia because that's my girl. Y'all know that's my heart. Me and Tia never had a falling out. Never. Like, we've been times where we ain't talked, like, maybe a couple of weeks or something like that, but never because we were mad at each other or upset. Like, we just needed time. Like, she had what she had going on and I had what I had going on. Like, we've never had we've never had a breakup. We've never split in our relationship. And I'm not trying to say, like, if you have had a breakup or a split in your relationship or falling out, that it's still not real or genuine, because it can be. I've just reconnected with a friend that we've been knowing each other since little girls, and we became really close as adults, but we had a falling out. I won't go into why, but we had a falling out, and we didn't talk for 2 years, 2.5 years, but we just recently reconnected, y'all, and it's like we never left. So yeah, I'm not saying like it's because you have a falling out you can't, you know, reconnect, but just don't be having a falling out because you didn't mess with my man, my kid, you know, you done said something about my kids that's you can't come back from, you know, or something like that, or telling all my business. Like, no, I don't. I know I said that was gonna be the last one, but y'all, I really like this question, and then this is gonna be the last one, I promise. So somebody said, what's something inexpensive someone can buy you that will make your day? And baby, let me tell you something, this ain't even something that could be bought in the store, what I'm about to say. It's time. Let me tell you something, if you can spend time with me, time is something you can't even get back. So if you are willing to spend your time, your personal time, and make time for me, baby, listen, we locked in. We locked in, like, we are locked in, because my love language is quality time. Anybody know that? Like, everybody know that. My love language is quality time. I love spending quality time with the ones that I love, girl. And it's so inexpensive. It's so inexpensive when you are spending it right, the right way. It's so inexpensive, girl. So if you are willing to spend your time with me, whether that be, girl, we going out like shopping, or we taking a trip, a personal trip, a road trip, and you think about me, like my cousin, she would call me right now like, girl, let's take a road trip somewhere. Like the fact that you thought about me to spend that time with me, because you know, road trips, sometimes road trips can make or break a relationship, because sometimes you get in this car and have to drive, you know, 3+ hours with a person, and you get sick of them. So that road trips do determine, you know, whether we can withstand each other, because that lets me know a lot about a person. If I could spend a lot of time with you, yeah, we locked in, baby. We locked in. But girl, that's gonna be it for this video, y'all. I just wanted to address a couple of things. Like I said, things that I've been hearing, things that people been saying, little slick comments, little jabs here and there, you know what I'm saying? But it's all good. Like I said, God fights my battles, baby, okay? God fights my battle, and there's nothing that you can say. If I didn't know who I was within Christ, baby, I would let y'all get to me. But it's because I know who I am, and I know who God called me to be. So that's why what you say can't affect me. Okay, I can only talk about it, I can only address it, but it don't affect me. It don't make me cry, it don't make me go ball up in the corner somewhere and wish like, oh, I should have never, you know, it don't make me do none of that, baby, nothing. So I love you. If you have made it this far, thank you so much. Let's chat in the comments, because girl, it's a lot to talk about. Okay, this is a lot to talk about. Let's chat in the comments. I love you, and I will see you on Tuesday. Y'all, we trying to get these videos coming back to back, okay? So make sure you comment, subscribe if you are not subscribed already. I love you, and I will see you in my next video.